Hey fellow targeted individuals, this is the Vulcan Wolverine again, and I'm just making a short video to ramble on, like I usually do. I ramble about my gang stalkers. I think I'm going to just do this whenever I feel that I need to talk to them, or I feel like things are getting unfair. I'll just talk to y'all, and I'll just be like, hey, I love y'all, and y'all will be like, hey, I love you back, and then we'll have love instead of hatred, and the cycle of hatred that keeps going, the hating that keeps giving and giving, if you know what I mean. But I wanted to show you how crazy I got with the aluminum paint. I think I showed y'all in some of the previous videos, but I wanted to show you how much more I painted in the meantime. So this is my front room, which is supposed to be my dining room. I painted this wall and this wall right here, and I'm probably going to paint this wall. I painted this door, and then I put corrugated steel up in the front, just in case the guy from across the street is going to help him. So I'm not being paranoid, but I'm trying to cover my butt because this guy has built up a lot of hate for me in this neighborhood, and people are ready to help him. They're ready to help him to shoot radiation at me and try and kill me. And in here, I actually did some painting today. You see in the hall, I painted the new walls in here, and then right around this door. So, I think I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I have 6 walls left in the house that I haven't painted with aluminum. And like I told y'all, I think in another video, I was like, man, I'm just going to go balls to the wall on this, you know, because they're coming at me hard, especially with the remote EMF beams, like the remote neural monitoring. And I think if I get every wall painted with aluminum, that even the satellite will have trouble hitting me. Because right now, that's all they can hit me with is a satellite. They can't come from either side because there's so much aluminum on every wall. And the aluminum on this wall right by my enclosure, I think y'all have seen this. And then aluminum painted on the back wall there. And it's all on the outside of the house too. And I mean, I'm pretty comfortable. They get me sometimes, but I live a pretty comfortable life doing this. So if you can do it. And what I'm going to do in later videos, what I haven't done is gone over it with kills and then gone over it with regular paint to make sure that it still looks okay and that you don't have to scrape if you want to sell your house or something. So I'm going to do that in a later video, so all you guys who are like, ooh, will that screw up my house? You know, will I be able to, you know, will it retain the same value, or will my property go up? So we'll know about that. This is actually just a thermal blanket put up because, and this is another part of me, I'm really just trying to cover my butt. It may seem paranoid, but they stopped getting me from these 3 sides, and there are some law offices in the back, which I think they can just drive their cars to if they want it to just for a few hours hit me, you know, in my enclosure. They'd have a better angle. And I'm not sure about this. Like, I really don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's maybe just him with the satellite, because he can hit me in the front or the back with the satellite. But just in case, you know, I try and block from the back as much as I can. You know, I just cover my butt. Like, and that's what I'm saying, just cover your butt, but don't be, you know, overly paranoid. Don't think that everybody's coming out to get you, but make your fortress. You know, make your fortress and get all sides, you know, because these guys, they will, well, I don't know, in my case, you know, if something stops working for them, they do something else. You know, they go to something else. They try and get through any kind of crack they can. But I also painted this wall. So right next to the refrigerator, this is the kitchen. And the kitchen is my my bedroom, my workspace. It's everything because it's the furthest point away from all 3 of the people who are using these EMF weapons, these directed energy weapons at me. I want to show you on the side with the Latino gentlemen that are helping in this. I painted the door here And this was supposed to be my awesome master bedroom where I'd have my bed, my TV, and I was going to live over here. You know, we started painting the walls like this. We started painting the walls white, and it looks so good. It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous paint. It's like a taupe. I forget exactly what it's called, but it's gorgeous. I mean, look at this. Like, the room is like pretty much ready. But now this. I painted this wall aluminum. And it really doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too bad. It's kind of just a new agey sort of thing. And I'll probably end up, you know, painting this wall and this wall, as well as painting these blinds. You know, I painted the other blinds in the other room. Or I'll get the lessemf.com blinds that block out RF and EMF. And then in the bathroom, I painted both of these walls. I'll show you in the closet too. So if they come through this way, they're trying to direct it this way, they're going to have lots of layers of aluminum to go through. See in my closet here, up above there. So I've like decked this house out with aluminum. I mean, they don't get anything over on the sides, especially because of the outside walls and the interior walls. And let me show you. And I also double layered it in certain places. You know, next to the ex-military guy who's next door. Also, while I'm doing this, I'd like to say that, you know, I have a problem with responding to my gang stalkers. Like, I'll just be like, this is unfair, you know, I should have a court case, and, you know, you're a terrorist, what you're doing is criminal, and you're putting kids in harm's way, you know, so, I'll mouth off a lot, and it's at a normal, it's not screaming, but it's a normal volume inside my house, which they can hear. And so I wanted to read actually a Bible verse for you for that actually helps that. Okay, it is, live such great lives that though they accuse you of doing wrong, they may see your good deeds and glorify God. So just do good. Like, you're not going to be able to sit there and argue with them. You're not going to be able to yell back and say, this is unfair, you're killing me with radiation. Like, I don't know, maybe you could. Maybe you have some people who are just confused, who will stop. You know, if you say, hey, please stop, you're killing me, they don't know they're killing you. But my people, it's like anything I say, they're going to twist it against me. They're going to say I'm crazy. So the only thing I can do, because they're on both sides, and they get a little help from the guy across the street, you know, there's nothing I can do that will please them or stop this. You know, I have to just defend it, and hopefully, you know, if it doesn't work, it'll stop or something like that. But everybody else outside of these people who are doing this to me, you know, I need to be good. I need to live a good life. I can't look crazy, because then they'll hate me, and then I go to jail. You know, so be careful. Be careful responding to your victimizers. Be careful responding to your gang stalkers, because it doesn't matter. They can edit stuff. You know, they're surveilling you, and they can kind of edit it and cut it to where, you know, you look like a jerk, even though you were just responding to them trying to kill you. So it's just, that's the nature of the beast, you know, just do good works. And I'm taking that advice too, because I try and respond to him a lot. You know, sometimes I'll hear on the V2K, yeah, look at him, he's great. Like, right when I wake up, you know, they're saying this stuff, and I feel like I need to defend myself. But, you know, it's better just to be a good person. Be a good person, do good things, you know, while they're abusing you. Like, I mean, like today I was, you know, making corporate lists to make money for St. Jude while they were aiming radiation at my head. And it makes them seem ridiculous. So, I mean, anything you do good, it just kind of makes them seem ridiculous, like they're doing it to a good person. Which, mainly in all these cases I've seen, none of these people who are being victimized are very bad. And then I showed you all the bathroom. I'll show you again. Like, in a lot of these I haven't finished painting it, but they painted a black paint on it, which was gross anyway. See, I painted these walls, and I actually even painted in the space, where you put toiletries and bathroom stuff. Painted the back of that because I find that the more layers of aluminum that these EMF directed energy weapons have to go through, the weaker they are. Like, so what'll happen, and I don't know scientifically how this works, but I'll feel it hit my head, and then it'll just dissipate, because it's basically the beam's going through the aluminum and then it's shucking off of it. And I don't know scientifically how that works, but it's like, so he'll turn it up and I'll feel it for like a few seconds and then it'll dissipate, because I put this up. Like when they first started, I had no aluminum to guard me. It would just hit me, I'd feel it, and it hurt more and more and more, as it kind of sat on a certain part of my head. It would just give me bigger and bigger headaches because it would compile. The EMF frequency radiation just kind of compiles in your muscle. It gets compounded. But I did want to show you, I did do double layers in this room. I did a double layer on that wall and this wall because he's like right, his house is about 6 feet away, 7 feet away, and he's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 windows, and 2 of the windows are actually beyond my house, so that's a problem. So I actually painted aluminum on the outside, the exterior of the house, going around, and I double layered it on this side where he can go over to his house to the end of it and shoot in at a weird angle to get into the kitchen. But this is a lot of aluminum, and I'm gonna do some kills and tell y'all if that works in making it look like it has no aluminum in it, because you can paint your walls aluminum, then put kills over it and paint whatever color you want, and it'll still retain the properties of the aluminum paint. You can have paint over it, and it'll still retain those properties of keeping the EMF beams neutralized. So that's a good thing. And the paint's pretty cheap. It's like $20 per can, or you can buy like 5 cans worth in a big barrel for like $80. So I mean, it's not that expensive. And here I just want to show. I showed y'all this room. I've done all the walls in here, and this door, and these blinds. And it looks, I mean, it looks kind of crazy. It's like you look at it for a second, and you're like, that's kind of crazy, but really, I've seen weirder stuff, in houses. And I can undo all this stuff or redo it, if I do want to sell the house, if it is a big deal, which it just hasn't been so far. It's kind of like, yeah, it's just different. People do so much weird stuff to their house to make it look weird these days. Like, it's just not that big of a deal. So I got all these walls in this room. And what's one thing that's really a cool thing to do, because the walls in your closet really don't matter. So I made sure I got this wall and that wall. So if he's shooting something through here, he's going to have to go through the outside layer of aluminum, the inside layer of aluminum, this next layer of aluminum, plus he'll have to go through this layer of aluminum here. And then he'll probably have to go through this, if he's coming at a certain angle. So what this does, and I'm not saying that he'll definitely use that angle every time. Like, I'm not. What you want to, one thing you really want to do, and this is something that's really helped me to keep in mind, you want to reduce their options. Reduce their options. I mean, that's what these people are doing to you. They're reducing your life options. They're going after you. They're isolating you. They're taking you down financially. They're taking you down physically. They're reducing your options. What you want to do with these beams, you want to reduce their options. You want to reduce, how they're coming in, what angles they're coming in. You want to put defenses up so it reduces their options, and then sleep in a place where they can't get you, because they're going to have to come at a certain angle. It's just not, you'll leave one angle where if they go through that, they won't even hit you. So just take away their options. Defend and take away all their options on coming in with the directed energy beams. Now for the satellite stuff, like, I've been dealing with that, And if anybody out there has found something that just really works, and you get it, and you can stop the satellite stuff, like the satellite long range, radiation, where they'll actually make circles of radiation around the back of your head with the remote neural monitoring. If you found something like great that just stops that completely, please post a comment or email me, vulcanwolverine.com. Like the stuff that this thing really works, from lessemf.com, my Q-Wave stuff, QUWAVE.com, those personal defenders, and the tabletop defenders. I've showed you guys the tabletop defenders, which are $500. It works on all that directed energy beaming and even the satellite stuff. But if somebody out there has something that is just slant, they can walk out and not feel any of the satellite stuff, please contact me. The technology to neutralize this stuff is becoming cheaper and easier to get every day, just as the stuff, the EMF guns, the microwave guns, and the Doppler like infrared, where they can see into your house, and the fireman guns. It's like, because firemen use guns to see people in burning buildings to go save them. So if they have connection to firemen, they'll have a connection to that gun. So all that stuff is becoming easier to get to, but also the things that neutralize those things or defend against them are getting easier to get to too. And that's all I really wanted to show you. Kind of just how crazy I got with the aluminum paint, but it really works. And if it works right now, it's like I would rather leave. I'd rather leave and get out of the country or go to another state. But it would cost me tens of thousands of dollars. It would wreck me financially, and then it's like what my guys have conditioned me on is that I'm safer in this house than if I'm out driving around. Or I even went to Florida 4 hours away 2 times, and they remotely hit me and followed me. So it's like, yeah, I'd like to chance it. Like, I don't know, if you feel like you can get away from your gang stalkers, if you feel like it's small and it's just beginning and they don't have a network set up and you can get away from it, I would suggest getting away from it, because when it's small, you don't want to sit there and let it grow, because that's what happened. It was only 2 guys. It was one guy over in the Latino household, one guy over in the military guy's household, and they just had me every day torturing me with the EMF emitters. And they just tortured me for like half a year. Then they started bringing other people in. Then they started getting directed energy weapons that actually could beam, could send 1 point to my head. So it's like I was sitting in the house, thinking that I'm enduring this torture and they're going to stop, and I'm just defending against those, EMF emitters, and they were growing their networks on both sides. Other people were getting involved, and I'm guessing this is that, some people in some states, like sheriffs, or I don't know. I think some maybe ex-cops or ex-CIA. I know there are just networks in states that they're looking for targeted individuals. So if you get kind of in the network place where this guy has a connection to this guy in another state, and they're looking for somebody to do this stuff too. They have some microwave weapons ready, but they don't have a targeted individual in line, then you become it, And I'm not exactly sure how the networks work, but I just know that there were people in Florida who were physically there. The first time I think they actually came from here, and then the second time I think it was people actually from Florida. Who he got to physically get the place above me and below me. And so they have a lot of clout. My guy has connections galore, and he's just murdering me in my house, and, he's not really scared of any repercussions. He keeps ramping it up. He's like, hey, yeah, I hear him on the V2K, and he may just be trying to psych me out or whatever. I don't know. It's all kind of whatever lie he wants to tell, but he's like, yep, we'll just go ahead and kill him, So these guys are I don't know, kind of mean and cruel, and who knows, they are killing me, because the EMF frequency radiation, causes cancer. So a lot of us guys, we get cancer. That's another thing that I'm probably going to do very soon. I had a neurologist appointment to get an MRI and see how the EMF radiation was affecting my head, and I haven't gone to get the results yet. But also, I think it's good to get an oncologist. Like, I think it's good to at least have a twice a year visit and get an oncologist so he can check you for cancer and catch it early, because a lot of this EMF radiation, they're not sure how long you'd have to be exposed to it to get cancer. So this guy is like hitting me all the time. He's hitting me in the head, he's hitting me, in the chest, the neck, the genitals, and it's like sometimes it's not bad, it's reduced, but you got to figure I'm neutralizing it, but he's sending it to those parts of my body all the time. And when you have a cell phone, you don't even feel the EMF frequencies coming out of your cell phone, but you can get cancer just from using your cell phone. And there are some little kids who actually have gotten cancer from the EMF frequencies coming out of cell phones. And you got to think these guys are using EMF equipment that is spraying out thousands, maybe tens of thousands times more powerful frequencies than a cell phone. I guess that's it. I just wanted to talk to you guys. Also, I think I'm just going to do one video, and I'm just going to keep saying this. I'm going to keep saying I love you. You're worth a lot. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I'm just going to keep saying it. I think we all need to hear that, because this is a lot of hate, all the time. It's like when you sleep, they're trying to torture you, especially if you have the voice of skull. You get the worst things said to you that aren't true because they don't even know you. So I think I'm just going to put a video out. I'm just going to say, I'm going to make it 10 minutes, and the whole time I'm just going to say I love you, God loves you, I love you, God loves you, you're worth a lot, you're worth a ton, you can get out of this, you can make it through this. And I've seen a lot of people, online with their testimonies, and they've gotten through this. But it does, I think I really, since we're in such a tight spot as targeted individuals and we can't go to the police, and all this stuff is kind of rolling out right now around us, I think love is the most important thing. Because I've seen people disintegrate, and I've seen them argue with cops and accuse cops, and they're all violent. And it's like maybe they have a righteous anger. That's what I feel whenever I talk to my stalkers. I feel like I have righteous anger. This is ridiculous. They've forgotten all my rights. They're lying. I'm not crazy. And a lot of them, they know I'm not crazy, but they say I am, over V2K because it bothers me. But I think it's so important that we love each other. And as targeted individuals, we're a group. We're a group now. We're in this, and I want to be in this together with other people that this is happening to, because if we spread the love and we just come with love, we beat this stuff with information, with love. We don't let it destroy our lives. We love people even if they don't believe us. I think we'll be unbeatable. He's shooting radiation at me. I could die of cancer. Sure. I don't see that as a win for him. I see that you can win no matter how much you're being physically hurt, because these guys, they're killing you in your home. They're doing treacherous things from the shadows, and it's not really about winning for them. It's about just tormenting somebody. So you're not really, they're not really fighting you. They're just tormenting you, and they're using the laws and the loopholes in the laws and connections to basically get away with murder. So it's not like you're losing. You're fighting, but there's nobody to lose to, because it's like a bunch of guys with this weaponry and this technology. You can't lose as long as you don't lose yourself. Keep yourself, keep your soul, who you are, be at peace. In times when it just becomes too hard, pray to God to give you the peace that surpasses all understanding. And I don't know, a lot of Christians will understand this, and other people who are really into their religion There is a peace that surpasses all understanding. I have used it on nights when I was just in so much pain. I was dying, I was just like, I couldn't get through it. I was like, one more day, oh my God, I thought I was going to die. And I'd just pray. I'd pray to God. I'd pray to Jesus. And I'd say, please just give me peace in this moment. Give me peace in this moment. And it would happen. It would work. So we're stronger than we think, and we're stronger with faith. You can be alone, and you can be strong, and you can be smart. But with your faith, if you really believe that there's a good God out there, and there are bad things that happen in the world, but there's a good God who can just turn them on their head. He can turn everything on its head in a second, in a split second. He can turn everything around. And I really believe that. He'll use us to do it, but he can turn it all around. He gives evil, a little while, and I think sometimes even evil tills the soil. It makes us stronger. Makes the good guys stronger. So, God bless y'all out there. I'm going to put out a bunch more videos. Tell me, respond to me, and let me know if this stuff is helping you, or just send me an email if you need somebody to correspond with and you don't have anybody to talk to about this stuff. I consult with someone named, I don't know if I should give her name out, online. I don't know if she wants me to do that. Her first name is Kathy. But she has been going through this for like 20 something years, and there are those cases where it just goes on and on for 20 tens of years. I'm only on year 2, but it's like for the first year I was dying, and then I felt like I was just not going to be able to do anything for the next half a year, and then I kind of started getting stronger, and I started kind of just adapting. I mean, I adapted the whole time, but it's really new and scary when you first come against it, and you start just adapting, and we can adapt our lives, and not let them take everything from us, especially who you are. You are a good person. You don't deserve this. Nobody deserves this. I love you. You're strong. You're worth a whole lot. God loves you, which is way more than me. But come to my channel if you are struggling and you need to hear that. I love you. I love you. And I'm gonna do. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of annoying and get annoying. I love you. I love you. Yeah. But we need to hear it. I mean, we need to hear it because all we hear is like, "Oh, you're stupid. You're a retard. You gotta get him out of here." All this just hate, hate mongering, and just a bunch of people against one person, and it just it's not good for even really strong human beings. If that just goes on every day for a year, 24 hours a day in this ridiculous cycle, it gets tough. It gets tough. Alright, well, I love you guys. God bless y'all. I wish you well, with your situations. If you're in a bind and you have a question for me, and I can help you get out of it, or I can help you, think of something to defend yourself with. If you have people on top and below you because you're in an apartment complex or something like that, there are ways to get around that. To put mirrors under the bed. Aluminum plating under the bed, and then cover yourself up with thermal blankets. So whatever situation you're in, if you can't take it, and you're just I can't even figure out what to do, please email me or leave a comment in my comment sections. I'm going to be doing more videos, and I want to hear from you guys. I want all of us to be making videos, but I do understand, it's a big risk doing these videos, and even my psychiatrist recommended that I should do them anonymously with my face covered up like this. He was like, you should just do them anonymously with your face covered up because somebody might leave a comment and hurt your feelings. And I said, you should hear what these people say on Voice of the Skull. Then you'd be like, wow, you could hear anything else that's bad in the world and be okay. And I don't want to do it anonymously. I don't want to do it with a mask because I want people to trust me, That's why, I'm not compare myself to Superman at all, but I just read a Superman comic like a long time ago where he decided not to wear a mask so people would trust him, and they do, and look what happened to Spider-Man. Look what happened to Spider-Man. He wears a mask, everybody kind of, mistrusts. You know what I'm saying? But he does it to protect his family, understand that. But I'm doing these anonymously. My name's not on there. There is a risk. I mean, I know there are unforeseen risks that you could never, you couldn't kind of contemplate before they come. But doing these videos makes me feel better. I really want to help y'all. I want to help people like me, because we're just victimized. Our victimization is compounded, and it tears my heart out, because it gets into a cycle, and people people are just people, and they'll kind of go along with it, and there's no logic. It just becomes a mob, and it's just like people start buying into it, and then you're a target. You're a target for people, and they could think they're doing the best thing in the world. But I love you, and you're strong, and you can get through this. I know I'm talking to somebody out there who is just dying, and you can do it. Your miracle's coming. Just keep believing, keep praying, and keep looking around you. Keep looking around you, and just like, I could do this, or I could do that, or, if it's very early on in your gang stalking experience, if you feel like you can get out of there and get away from them, you feel like they haven't built up a network yet, I would suggest that, because the longer you stay trapped in a house and they're doing it, the bigger their network will kind of build up on both sides. I love you guys. Peace. Live long and prosper, and email me, if you have any questions, or if you have any ideas, because I'm dying for ideas. I've come up with a lot of good ideas. Built some prototype enclosures. I'm gonna come up with more stuff and make it more streamlined. Also this will be my last thing. I did a video about them blowing poison through the pipes, and I think I was rambling on, so I skipped over it. But somebody called me out on this. I'll keep some hard alcohol around and take a shot of alcohol. If they're blowing a lot of toxins through, I'll keep some vodka and just do a shot. If the sewage smell in my house, or the burning hamburger smell gets really bad, to kill the bacteria. Is there something that's not alcoholic that that would work with combating that? Is there something you can drink, not just mouthwash, but something you can actually put through your digestive system that kills that bacteria? If so, let me know. Leave a comment, or email me, and email me if you think that's BS about the hard alcohol, because I just figure that it's alcohol, so it kills the bacteria in your throat and in your stomach. Alright guys, well, peace out. I love you guys. Stay strong. Don't give up. Don't give up. I love you. There are lots of people in this world who love you. So don't think that just what the stalkers are doing, don't think that's just it. There are people out there who love you. They love you. They'll love you no matter what. Focus on that. Focus on that. Don't focus on the people that will hate you no matter what. Just ignore them. Just ignore them. And you'll get through it. God bless you. And I'll be making some more videos, guys. I'll see you later.